Hello and welcome back to Genesis Designs and Modelcraft, and welcome back to Chatterbox, and this is the post Telford debrief Chatterbox, and really I'm just going to show you what I bought and have a little chat. So I did get to Telford in the end. I just went up on the Sunday, and first and foremost I need to extend an enormous thank you to Matt of Matt's Modelling Den, who acted as the Uber for the day and drove me up there, thus saving me the effort of the drive, which was putting me off, to be honest. And I went on Sunday quite deliberately because previous experience dictates that Saturday is terrifically busy and Sunday is in fact less so, and I didn't want to be fighting through the crowds when I'm still a little bit tottery on my feet, you know, so I thought I'll go for Sunday a little bit quieter and hopefully it won't be so packed, and it wasn't actually. Now I haven't actually been to Scale Model World since 2019. That is the last time I went. Obviously the couple of shows after that were cancelled due to COVID, and the couple that have been held since they started running them again I just haven't got to for various reasons. So this was my first time back since then, and I don't think it's just me, but I did not think it was as busy as it used to be. I think for sure there were plenty of people there, but I felt that the traders situation was a little bit lacking in comparison to my previous experience. But nonetheless, it is certainly a place where I suppose you can't call it a one-stop shop, but it's about as close as you're going to get. Pretty much anything you could possibly want modelling related, you're probably going to find at that show. And obviously there are a myriad of quite brilliant club displays, and of course the competition, which is a very good standard as well. So what did I buy? Well, not that much. Deliberately, again, I did not have a shopping list. I wasn't after very much. So most boring first, some Mr. Colour Thinner. This is the standard. Everybody goes on about the levelling thinner. Get the levelling thinner, get the levelling thinner. Levelling thinner, I don't actually have any at the minute. I think I swapped my last bottle for some of this. Levelling thinner is great. What do we mean by that? It's literally a slow thinner. So Mr. Colour also do a rapid thinner, the rapid, normal, regular, and then Mr. Levelling. So rapid simply means that the solvent within this thinner will evaporate faster. So if you're spraying in cold conditions or certain types of finishes, you'll stick that rapid thinner in there and it will flash off much more quickly. This is your standard one, normal, and then Mr. Levelling is in fact just a slower thinner. So in effect it's like when you put a retarder in your acrylic paints to try to stop needle clogging. It's a retarded thinner. And my experience in the UK, there is absolutely no requirement to use levelling thinner. It is more expensive. Clearly it takes longer for the paint to dry. I just don't see any advantage with it. So I use the standard, which is the cheapest. Also treated myself to these. Some Mr. Hobby, Mr. Almighty mini clips. I do love the way they name their things. Mr. Almighty mini clips. So these are, as you can see, crocodile clips on a stick, and they're for holding things to be painted. Now I got these and the thinner actually from Albion Alloys stand. There's quite a lot in here. This was £11. I don't know how much the thinners was, probably about the same. So there you go, it's a little alligator clip on a stick. You can trim the stick to length, but basically you're going to stick something in there to paint, like so. Paint it, and then when you're done, stick the stick into something. So Mr. Hobby will happily sell you one of these. It's basically a big chunk of very corrugated cardboard, and the holes within the corrugations allow you to just post the stick into there. I have a large, I'm just going to destroy everything over here. I have a large chunk of plasticine. As you can see from its appearance, this is what I stick things in, along with pieces of blue tack and another top tip for holding things that you've been painting. One of these days, I'll get all these things out before I start. Is these kind of clips. You can paint your part and then stick the stick into the clamp, and then it will quite happily just stand on the desk like so, saving any need for plasticine or bits of corrugated cardboard. Another thing that's quite useful for it is that weird crispy foam that florists use to put flower arrangements in. That stuff's ideal. This is it, Mr. Almighty mini clips. The mini is referring to the size of the crocodile clip mounted onto the stick. You can get bigger ones, and you can also get double-ended ones, so the wooden stick's got a clamp on each end and you simply snip them in the middle, so effectively you get twice as much stuff for your money. But £11 for all these I think is pretty reasonable, and they're actually quite decent quality clips as well. Mr. Hobby Tools are very, very good. And I did buy a couple of kits. I didn't again have any kits on my list to buy, but you always see something, don't you? So here's the first one. This is a Fine Moulds Zero kit. It says $39.99 on the end of the box there. If anybody hasn't built or seen a Fine Moulds Zero kit, you owe it to yourself to have a look at one. But this one comes with this manga pilot figure. So the kit is 72nd scale. As you can see, it's not very big. Zero isn't a big aeroplane. But as you can probably also see, there's an awful lot going on here for such a small kit. And then you get the figure in 1/35th scale. Here she is. And I just thought that was interesting. I liked it, so I bought it. You do also get a little poster of the figure included in the kit. I got this from the Frome Model Centre stand, and they charged me £25 for this. I'm happy with that. I think the kit's worth that, to be fair. I have built one of these before, and it is a superb model kit. The second purchase came from Antics of Bristol, and it is an EIX Wellington. I've wanted one of these since it came out, but being brutally honest, I wasn't prepared to pay the asking price for it. I'm not particularly stingy when it comes to kit purchases, obviously, but I do have sort of certain limits that don't like to be exceeded, and 40 quid odd for a Wellington was one of them. But this was £25, so I gladly bought it. And this is the latest release of the kit. Here it is. Two decal options. This captured Luftwaffe version, and this one from the Battle of Heligoland Bight, one of the first sort of major bombing raids the RAF carried out during World War II. And the third and final kit purchase was courtesy of Wonderland Models, and it is this, another EIX, my apologies. This is the 48th scale Lynx, as you can see. Haven't even opened it yet, and this again was £25, so rather bizarrely I bought three £25 kits at the show, but at £25 it's too good to miss, really. And I do really fancy building the German version of this as well. So that was all my purchases. In the couple of days since the show, I've managed to finish the Vulcan that you've seen previously on the desk. And that is, I would show it to you, but it really doesn't fit under the camera, and I have boxed it up and in fact incurred a semi-fatal hot glue gun burn to my finger in the process. Luckily I have lived through that. So that is boxed up and ready to go to the owner, and I'll see if I can post a still picture in there for you. So I have taken a couple. Oh, and the other piece of news, Tamiya Nippers you may recall that the last set of Tamiya nippers I bought crunched themselves quite quickly after I bought them, and I wasn't very happy. And I contacted the Tamiya importers at the hobby company, and they came up trumps, and at the show Andy Former presented me with a fresh pair of these fine pointed Tamiya nippers, which remain my favourite plastic nippers, so I was very happy about that. So that's it for this Chatterbox. Just a very quick post Telford catch up. I did meet a few of you at the show, which is always nice. I always enjoy meeting people that watch these videos. And coming soon, or next up should I say, I do have a couple of reviews to bring you. I have been working with this airbrush. This is the Air Goo airbrush. I have been using this a bit and sort of formulating some opinions, so this will be coming to you soon, another airbrush review. And I do have a few kits on the way as well. So I'll wrap it up there. Thanks as always for all of your support, the likes, the comments, the subs, and of course the coffees on the Buy Me a Coffee app. Thank you very, very much all of you for that. I do very, very, very much appreciate it. There will be more soon. I'll get you another video out this week. It'll be a review video of some sort, and there will be some model building coming back to the channel very, very soon too. So thank you very much for your patience while I've been unable to be at the desk very much, but I am getting there now. So with all of that said, I think it only remains for me to say, until next time, look after yourselves, look after each other, and Genesis out.